The modern human being, or you, first made their emergence 200,000 years ago. With the advent of agriculture 10,000 years ago, complex societies were born. If we were to convert the entire time span of human existence into 1 minute, complex societies would only have existed for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, go!
Wow.
With growing concerns over environmental degradation, we set out to find some information on wilderness, and we kept finding ourselves thinking, what even is wilderness? How have we conceptualized it as a culture? What is our relationship with wilderness? What does that even mean?
On my ideal fishing trip, like, step number 1 is get as far away as possible from the beaten trail, and that, that just leaves the adventure of fishing and exploring the river, to the total unknown. And yeah, a lot of people, prefer to be sort of public about it and take all the pictures and do all the Instagram, and we do plenty of that. But when it really gets down to it, it's just about getting out there and fishing and getting away from the routine.
And you see people like change a lot once they're out in the woods for a while, So you don't have cell phone service, like you don't have your iPod, because you don't have chargers or anything. So like people aren't like distracted by anything, and they're not like talking to other people that aren't there.
Our entire understanding of reality has been shaped by media in every sense, so that more people probably envision nature today through the lens of television or movies than through any kind of primary experience of big non-human areas.
Then like towards the end of it, my favorite part is like you have this conversation, it's like, what is wilderness to you? And like, for someone like me, it's like pretty much like the middle of the woods where like you can't see cars and stuff. But like, you can get to kids from like New York City, their like wilderness is like Central Park.
Much more aware of your surroundings, in every sense, including in an aesthetic sense, right? You don't have a YouTube video to turn on, and you're not driving in your car, and so you can sit and watch a sunset, and that's the show.
So I think that like by being out in the woods and like by physically altering the terrain with your hands, you like get a value of like what nature is and like what wilderness is. So you feel very like humbled by like the nature around you, because you're like, wow, this is not easy to like tame, if you will.
Theories that were emerging at the end of the 19th century and the 20th century, that nature was a place of rejuvenation, that our culture had become over-civilized, and that a return to nature was a cure. We feel helpless, in a sense, if nature cannot restore us, then where is there any hope?
After examining the relationship between humans and wilderness, it has become apparent that we must stop separating ourselves from wilderness. We must adopt an ecocentric view of all life forms having an equal claim to life, if we are ever to ameliorate our environmental concerns.
It is a radical rethink of traditional ethics and traditional philosophies of what it is to be human. We need to preserve wilderness, not so that everybody can go there. It's not that everybody needs to visit wilderness, but we need it for our national psyche. We need to, even if you never go there, you need to know it's there. house, no electricity and so on. And he used to call the window where all the birds were sitting outside, he called that the birdie TV. And he would just sit and watch birdie TV.